go. Morning, everybody. Finally, Saturday, the weekend. Been a week, that's for sure. Can't decide whether it wants to freezing rain or snow outside. We got a little bit of snow last night, just enough to cover the ground. So, but I have to say thank you to everybody who responded to my poll this morning. Um, you guys proved some people wrong. I think that's hilarious. Hopefully, everybody had a good week. If you have plans for this weekend, I hope you enjoy them. It's been quiet here so far this morning. Don't know how long that'll last, but it's been quiet here. So, I guess. Then again, most people are out around here on the weekends usually. I didn't hear the baby screaming this morning either, so she was mad yesterday. I feel bad sometimes for her parents, though. Hello, how are you? Hopefully, you're having a good morning, afternoon, or night wherever you're from. Thank you. How are you today? My name is Jessica. Nice to meet you, Bob. I didn't want to say your screen name because, oh, okay. I'm bad with screen names, y'all. I mess them up more often than not. So, hopefully, everybody's having a good morning. It's been nice here. So, besides the weather, I'm ready for summer already, for sure. So, anybody got plans for today? I'm okay. That's weird. Morning. I, I don't know why it does that sometimes. So, it's YouTube, you know? Gotta be a pain in the ass all the time. So, boy, I've been awake too long already. Um, How are you feeling today, Avenger? Hopefully you're doing good. My phone sometimes is weird. Boy, I put up a poll this morning. That's too cold. But I'm glad it wasn't that cold last night. Yeah, it sure is. I know, I've been there and done that. So, yeah, I put a poll up this morning and somebody told me everybody, almost everybody supports ICE, but they're too pocketed to say, or too closeted to say it. But I don't think that's right. Because out of like all the comments I've gotten two that are against it, but I don't think people are closeted about it at all. So, why should you be though? Like, that makes no sense to me. Where are you going to get coffee at? I'm surprised how quiet it's been in here for the most part. Um, yeah, that idiot the other day that came in here got my, I didn't get my watch hours for that video. I knew I probably wouldn't, but you know, it happens. Stupid they can censor you like that, though. Oh well. Uh, Stop spamming my chat. That's annoying as fuck, and nobody even knows what you're trying to say. Jeez. My goodness. Like, okay. That irritates the shit out of me. Nobody needs to come in here and do that. You got something to say it like a normal person that understands how to type English. The only freaking word of English there was right, and she spelled it wrong before she even got it right. So, people. probably look at the comments instead of ignoring them. Should probably go to the right app first. How did that happen? Okay. Apparently it won't let me reply to her. What do you plan on doing for the rest of the day, Benjer? The birds are coming out now. Think it's done freezing rain on their heads. I don't blame you. So, not really doing much today either. Hoping nobody comes over, honestly. Just not really in the company mood today, and my sister keeps trying to come over, and yeah, hopefully not today. Morning, Betsy. How are you? Nice. Well, I'm happy you got what you were trying to get. That makes things a whole lot better, doesn't it? So, what brand is it? I'm trying to pretend my throat don't hurt, but it does. Oh, that sounds amazing. I have to see if they have any. I know this year is supposed to be like blue blueberry haze, and it tastes nothing like blueberry. It really don't have much of a taste, but it works. So, how's the weather over there? Or down there? Sounds like it would be really good. Well, at least it's not snowing. It's not snowing here either. It did last night. Like, we got enough snow to recover the ground. It didn't really accumulate. It just looks like no more green. And then it started freezing rain this morning, so see if it'll let me reply this time. I wonder exactly how many comments I've got on that post. Does sound good. They got to do better with the flavors around here for sure. I mean, some of them are really good. I had this strawberry banana one that was really good, but they're kind of hard to you know. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Out of 73 comments, I got 2 no's. And they weren't even rude. Can't complain about that. Where are you getting coffee at? McDonald's? No, I live in Big Rapids. I live about half an hour, 45 minutes from Grand Rapids, give or take the traffic. Kind of figured. So, but I'm glad you're getting coffee and you'll get to charge your phone. Yeah, kinda. I'm further north than Grand Rapids. I hate going to Grand Rapids. I go to Mount Pleasant. I don't go to Grand Rapids. Did you? I got stuck in the hospital there. And then I got moved from the hospital there to another hospital, like on the other side of the state. So I don't like going there. Well, how come you're nervous, Kimberly? What's wrong? Oh, yuck. Well, have you had a flu shot? No, probably not, right? That's cool. I like places in the middle of nowhere. Less people likely to be around. But yeah, no, I don't like going to Grand Rapids, even the outskirts. That's just not my area. Go to Mount Pleasant. It's closer, so a little bit, not by much. Mount Pleasant's like a half an hour away from here, so take you about 20, 25 minutes to get to Mount Pleasant. So, but that's more of a straight shot from here too. So, and Mount Pleasant isn't nearly as big or crowded. You never would have thought that I lived in Detroit or Flint. I absolutely hate living in big cities. Didn't exactly have chances, you know. This is where I grew up. Well, yeah, pretty much. I've lived in northern Michigan and southern Michigan. Southern Michigan longer than northern Michigan, I think, though. See, it's not like that around here anymore. Like, I know what you mean, but I guess there's just so many places around here that you can walk into. You don't even think about that. But I don't trust public restrooms anyway. And I'm sorry, but if I walk into a woman's bathroom and there's a biological male in there pretending to be the female, I'm going to jail. I will absolutely knock somebody out. I will go to jail for sure. I'm not the one. That's what scares me about going into public bathrooms, like especially Walmart. Oh, it wouldn't be scary for me. Sure, they wouldn't like it much. It would just piss me off. So they get about 5 seconds to scram before they hit the floor. It's disgusting. But honestly, you don't see that, like, or hear about it here that often. And if you do, it's like in a rare, really rural area. Exactly. Exactly. So, like, yeah, there's just limits that you don't cross, and that's one of them. I don't care what you identify as, your gender still never changes. Go to the damn men's room. You can identify as a butterfly for all I care. You do you, boo, but do it in your own bathroom. Yeah, but they've got to live and learn. You got to let them learn and figure things out for themselves. As long as you're good guidance for them, then it'll be fine. You're his parent, and make sure he understands the difference between right and wrong. Nobody else can do that for him except for you, because you're the one that he's looking up to. Yeah, smart kid. Don't blame. Yeah, can't hold blame on anybody that don't like a lot of people, because I don't like a lot of people either. Like, I shop from home to avoid going to the grocery store. Yeah, little kids though, they've got better senses than us grown people because they're innocent, they don't understand things. But if a little kid don't like you, there's a reason a little kid don't like you. So my son, he loved everybody. Well, almost everybody. There was this one guy, like we would go listen to music, live music, And there was this one guy that would always show up, and my son would always freak out around him, even when he was 4 and 5. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, if he'll give you a hug, then he's still learning social skills. If he comes up and talks to somebody, you know, or stands by him, even, that's just normal 2-year-old things to do. If they don't like you, they're not going to get anywhere near you. So, that's hilarious. They're so cute when they're that small. 100% Avenger. Way too many crazy people. They gotta learn to find their voice, though, Mom. He's not old enough to understand the difference between an inside and outside voice yet, but in about, wait till he's about 3. Then you'll be able to start teaching him the difference between, you know, loud noises and quiet noises. Yeah, I've never been there, Missy. I'm not even sure where that is. That's cute. That's a typical little kid thing, though. Like 1, 2, 3, that's what they'll do. Not that they don't like you or they're not affectionate, it's just they can reach that area. My son used to hug onto my leg all the time. So, yeah, I don't go anywhere. I live like 4 hours from Detroit. So, maybe even 5. I'm not, no, I haven't been downstate since I've been here. So, I'll stay right here. I've got everything I need. I don't have to go down and get in that mess. So, besides, down there, there's somewhere much more expensive than up here. Oh, I bet she is, Kimberly. They all are. They're just trying to find their way learning. Man, but the baby downstairs, she's 3. Maybe. Maybe she just turned 4. She's autistic. That girl has some lungs on her. She was screaming at the top of her lungs at like 4:30, 5 o'clock yesterday morning. And yeah, she was just not having it. But she's the sweetest little thing. Hardly, when I first moved here, I hardly ever heard her. So, oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Kids are like that with some people. I remember taking my son to a restaurant. We lived in Tennessee, and he was 2, and I had set him down and let him walk, and there was this older lady. She was probably in her 80s, sitting at one of the tables, and he looked at her and he said, "You're beautiful." And the whole restaurant went, "Oh, they're so sweet at that age. They're innocent. They don't know any better." So, kids will just surprise you sometimes. I mean, she's pretty too. She's beautiful. Now, wait a second. What does that make me then? Yeah, they do. So, I'm waiting, mister. Good answer. uh, you're nowhere near older than dirt. Good morning, Raymond. Happy to see you this morning. Yeah, the flu shot absolutely 100% does help. I got the flu at the beginning of this year before I got my flu shot, and now that I've had my flu shot, I've got a cold, but I haven't had like the flu. So, thank you. How are you this morning? Yeah, I was just gonna say, you being pregnant, yeah, you would want to get it because it's more dangerous for you not to get it than it is for you to get it. And you do know you can go to like Walmart or CVS and just fill out the paperwork and get your flu shot there, and your insurance will pay for it. That's good. I got coffee too in my vape, or what's left of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to go alone, especially if you're iffy with needles. But, like, I guess I have to remember that needles affect other people a lot more than they affect me. I'm so used to being around them and dealing with them and getting poked that they just don't bother me. I'm confused. What did I miss? What did you find, Missy? Yeah, that'd be a good idea. What was missing? I'm trying to find Missy's last comment because I missed it. Didn't know it shut itself off. That one don't taste bad either, but I don't remember. I think this is like another strawberry banana mix. Better than the last one. So, this weather needs to make up its mind. Oh, okay. I see. So they do have them here. So confused right now. Gotta make a phone call when I'm done. Jeez, what a mess. Oh, yeah. That's well, if they've got them in Mount Pleasant, then they have them here too. So I'm not worried about that. Why? What'd you do, Kimberly? Spill the tea. Oh, yeah, they'll have them here. I'm not worried about it. If they're even in one place in Mount Pleasant, they'll have them here for sure. But I don't go to Mount Pleasant to get my stuff. It's so expensive over there. So, yeah, but I can get the same thing over here for 8. So, trust me, like 90% of the state charges double what we pay here. I got the "you're gonna want me." There's a couple around here, but I use Premier. It's Premier Provisions. Girl, you're gonna get sick. You need not do that. The whole point is not getting sick while pregnant. Still cracks me up that all these comments that are coming in, only 2 of them have been negative. Oh, I love everybody's reaction to Abby Phillips. Well, if it was hot, then you don't have to worry about getting sick. Yeah, if it's hot, then you gotta have air moving, but I wouldn't have it right in my face. Like, get one of those ovulating fans that turn from side to side so you don't have it on you constantly, but it still keeps you cool. Yeah, probably. Especially with it right in your face. So, but if you get sick, then the baby's gonna get sick and you're all gonna be miserable. You're just gonna spread it around. Your whole house will be sick. That won't be good. So, I'd like to uh oh, well, at least you have him out of the house just in case. But yeah, I get that. It gets hot. I turn my heat down at night, so just works easier that way. But like how long ago were you around your friend that had the flu? Was it like the day she got tested or before she knew she was sick? Because if it was like before she knew she was sick and now she's sick, I think you would probably already be feeling kind of dumpy. So, yeah, she tested positive yesterday, but did you see her yesterday? Because, like, if you just seen her yesterday, if you're not sick for like not sick in 2 or 3 days, you're probably good. So, but yeah, I would definitely go get your flu shot. How's your coffee, Ginger? Might be getting it now too, so. It's not you won't necessarily get it. Can't say that like 100%, but there's a chance. But if you're like really afraid of getting it like that, there is a few things that you can get like over the counter. They won't deliver out here, Messy. There is a few things over the counter that you can take like to stop the flu before it starts. Yeah, I just go to like wherever your local pharmacy is and ask them for like the airborne flu, whatever it is. I think it's a powder that you drink or take, and it'll stop the flu. Well, it'll help stop the flu anyways, a lot more than not having anything. So, yeah, I'll definitely keep my eye out for it. I'm sure it'll come around. Not always. That's not a ground you want to die on there because I've seen people literally die on it. If you need the medicine, use the medicine. God made medicine because he knew it would need to be used. It's not like, God created man and obviously stuff wouldn't be here if it didn't need to be. Prayers work, yeah, but you also need medicine sometimes. Tell you what, prayers ain't gonna stop you from throwing up all night if you get the flu. That's good. Good morning, Mining. How are you? Nice to see you. Will do, Benjer, of course. Let me know what's going on, please. Yeah, Mining. I bet. How's it going, though? Thank you. I was wondering where you disappeared to, Benjer. I thought maybe you were getting coffee, but so we're talking about the fluid his daughter's sick. So that's good. At least you got your coffee. I'm happy to hear that. Hopefully she's not sick, like contagious sick. Hopefully nothing's wrong with her. That's not good. Yeah, I gotta be more careful about my language with people sometimes because YouTube sucks. Now I understand why everybody's running to other streaming sites because the rules here are ridiculous. But oh well, it is what it is. Yesterday's stream was much better. I actually got my time for it. I know how that feels. Happens to me. I know exactly how that feels, and it sucks. That is like one of the worst pains ever. And then they treat you like you're full of crap. That's facts. For sure. So, have to say, since our presidents have changed, they've been doing a lot better than they were before. Before, my videos would get blocked or taken down if they had anything to do with Trump. Yet they said that there was no Biden didn't censor anybody. So, but yeah, like Me neither, but this is the world we live in, you know? So I just try to be careful. Still say what I need to say, I'll just use less profanity, if possible. Oh well, that's how it goes, I guess. Yeah, censorship is crap, but here we are. And you could say certain things on here that they'll instantly like cut your live too. So I've seen that happen. Somebody start talking about a subject and just like all of a sudden their streams cut. So don't know why they do it, but they try to control what everybody says whether they want to admit it or not. Musk's side is a little bit better than most, but you know, there's still censorship there. You still can't say certain things. I mean, you can, but they'll get taken down or you'll have the FBI show up at your door because people are too stupid to keep their thoughts to themselves. All right, Missy, have a good day. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I agree. Okay, have a good day. Um, I completely agree. Like, I don't know, it just don't make sense to me anymore. I know it is. You see what I do all the time, so I know what you're saying though. So sometimes I can read autocorrect, sometimes I can't. That one just made sense, so kinda. It was enough that I could put it together. At least your autocorrect don't try to sabotage you and call people nasty names for no reason whatsoever. Every time I hit a certain letter. And what's terrible is I've never even punched the word into my phone. And yet every time I hit the letter, autocorrect automatically pops it up on my phone. Damn. Might have wanted to open the door a little bit softer instead of ripping it off its hinges. Jeez. Somebody went out that hallway door and just slammed the crap out of it. It shook me. I don't know why they do that. There's no reason for it. Like they just fixed the doors and everything, and people are still just slamming them. At least I haven't had any problems over here like I had when I first moved in here in the other apartment. Like, I moved in during the summer or towards the end of the summer, but we would have like drunk college kids come in and start screaming and yelling at each other and chasing each other around the hallway. And I remember like second or third night I was in that apartment, they were standing right outside my door screaming. And I got to my door and I just ripped the door open. And they both looked at me for about 2 seconds and darted down the stairs and out the building. I was pissed. Like, what are you doing outside my door at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning screaming like idiots when you don't even belong in this building? It's the only thing I don't like about this building is I think the doors should have a code or something to get in it. People do stupid shit. Boy, for a lot of Americans being closeted, I sure am getting a shit ton of comments on that poll. That was the funniest thing I heard all morning. People aren't going to answer that. They're too closeted to say they support ICE. Okay. Haven't heard that term in a long time, but if that's what you think, like, I don't get it, but everybody has the right to their own opinion. So, people aren't closeted about not supporting ICE either, so why should it work any different? I died this morning when I seen that Senator John Kennedy tell someone to go on to, oh, what's that website where you buy shit? Can't think of the name of the website right now, but he told him to go there and buy himself a spine. This was yesterday because they're letting biological men compete in women's sports in the NCAA. So, Amazon, he said go to Amazon and buy yourself a spine. That's what he said. He cracks me up. So, between him and Trump, the laughs never stop with what comes out of their mouths. There's this other senator, I think he's in Tennessee. Can't think of his name right now, but he's getting to the point where he's pretty much saying it. The only thing that throws me off about him is he says dadgum. I didn't know that was a real thing to say. I thought that was just in a cartoon. So, I mean, it is better than cussing, but it just sounds a little bit weird coming from somebody that works in the government. So, but at least they're on the right side, so I'm gonna lose my voice. Trying incredibly hard not to, but oh well. I guess I should get off here and figure out what I'm gonna do this afternoon. Not going outside. It is windy and cold. So, but I'll talk to you guys either tomorrow or Monday. So, you too. Love you guys.